What's going on, guys? Back at you with another episode of Even Back Then They Were Weird. Let's take a look at this play. Of course, they hit us with the volume. And it's a little sped up more than I'd like. Look at this guy right here. How does he not sack him? Look at how slow he takes to get to him. So Jimmy's right here. This guy, both of these guys can get off, but they're taking their time. See how slow it's taking this guy? And he's getting blocked in his back. They're not going to call that, though. They're probably going to call it PI. Who's that? Xavier Rhodes. They're going to call it PI on him. It was not PI. Or maybe roughing the passer, which I don't even think that was. I think they're just bailing him out. It's just one of the bailout plays that they do. Yeah, no, that's a terrible call. He's throwing the ball and hitting him at the same time. That's a terrible, terrible call. Unless it's body weight. Let's see what he does. Does he roll off? And he does. He doesn't put his body weight on him. He pushes off on the ground. That is a terrible call. And then right here, that's great coverage. Front arm and left arm behind. That is great coverage right there. That's exactly how you want to play that. But they call roughing the passer. Just to help out the 49ers. Oh, holding? They call defensive holding? That is a terrible call. They call defensive holding. That's even a worse call than the... They called both. They called roughing the passer and defensive holding. So basically, they could have got him both ways. So basically, they were just trying to call a penalty on the Vikings. No matter what they did, the 49ers were getting this first down. No matter what. This was part of the agenda. That's why they called two penalties. Both of them were BS. Nobody got roughed and nobody got held. Well, someone got clipped, but they didn't call that, though. They only called the hold. But look at this. He gets clipped before. He pushes him in his back. That doesn't get called. So how about calling it for him pushing him in his back into the quarterback? You're not going to call that. I want to see what the announcers say about this, though, because this is horse.
Gets to Garoppolo because he's there on time, but it's him taking his body weight and driving him into the ground and falling on top of him.
But he didn't.
That created the penalty.
Look at him. He uses his right arm to push off on the ground. He didn't put his body weight. As you guys can see, let's go back to this. Look at his right arm. Let's take a look at his right arm and tell me if his right arm isn't pushing off on the ground to make sure he doesn't put his whole body weight on the ground. Because if you're tackling someone, there's no way that you can fully just get off of him right away in a second. See, he's using his arm to push off. But the NFL won't let us see the whole thing where he's using his arm to roll off of him. That's a terrible call. There's literally no one in this planet that can tackle someone to the ground and get off of them in literally less than 2 seconds or so. It's going to take a second or two to get off of the guy. Brady looked like he was just... That was not Brady's motion. Anyone that knows how Brady throws the ball, you can tell that he does not throw... Look at how wide his legs are. His legs are never this wide. If anything, his legs are like here. They'd be like this. Look at how wide that base is. Like, that is not a type of... Like, you can't throw from that base. Still wide as hell. Now they're closer. His back foot isn't down. Straight arm. That's when you know they're pushing the ball. When their back foot isn't down and their arm is straight, they're not really throwing the ball the way they normally do. They're going to call it PI to bail him out, aren't they? Let's see what terrible call they make on this play. Can we see the call? Roughing the passer. Let's see how he roughed the passer on this play. Let's hear this. Roughing the passer.
To the helmet by Chris Jones.
Roughing the passer. Helmet to the face. Let's see. Either hand or helmet to the face.
Middle, you're going to see him push the pocket on Tooney.
They called him. They said that he slapped his helmet, but he does not. Let's look at this again. Does he slap his helmet? Does he slap his helmet or does he slap his shoulder? I don't know about y'all, but that's a funny looking helmet to me. That is a funny looking helmet. He still has his hand on his shoulder. I don't get that one bit. Can we get to the point? Right there, you see it. Look at that. Hand on shoulder. Nowhere near the face. And the referee from behind has the audacity to make this call. As if he could ever make this call. How could you make a call like that? Literally, his head doesn't even jerk back. Look at the NFL protecting their quarterback, their golden boy quarterback. It doesn't even come close. And the announcers say it themselves. So this is what the NFL does. They make up BS calls. It's a terrible call. And I just wanted you guys to hear the announcers say it as well. Slow motion, it's terrible. All right, we'll see this last play. Look at Big Ben falling. Oh my God, he's falling on purpose if he does. All right, there we go. What does he do here? What are they calling here? What are they gonna call here? Because they're gonna call it roughing the passer, aren't they? That's the NFL for you. All you can do is play patty cake. You can't really play defense. You can pretend. You can act like you're playing defense, but you can't really play defense. Because if you do, they're going to flag you because it's going against the script. You can't be a good player for real. You can only be a chosen good player. If you come out and play good for real, they're going to penalize you. You better stay within the script or you're going to get kicked into the... You already know. Don't fall for the crap. This is fake. Let's see this. Let's see how great of a call this was. He throws it, took one step, and got hit. He throws it, takes one step. He's taking a step, so he's hitting him as he's throwing it. That's before he takes his second step. You can see he's getting hit before he takes his second step. Watch his first and second step. After he throws it, it's thrown now. So now he takes one step and he gets hit before he takes the second step. That's illegal as it can be. That's a terrible call, guys. And we'll leave it off right there.